Yo, guys, I'm back on a video here. This time we have another tier list. Now this is going to be on the most overpowered cards in the Serie A at the start of the game. Now the tier list factor to it doesn't really particularly matter as much. It's just mainly the most overpowered cards, but obviously the higher category ones are more like longevity wise, where they'll be really good for a lot of time. Anyway, on to the first player. So Rafinha. 5-star skills, 4-star weave was a really nice addition to last year. Obviously, he was only 4-star, 4-star. Rapid plus as well. Got the finesse, incisive. Got the quick step as well. This is going to be a really OP card at the start of the game. Obviously, that pace, if you neutralise it with the dribbling as well. The shooting in itself isn't even bad with 83 finishing. I'm obviously going to put this card in S tier. It's going to be a very good card. And if you can get him in the first 3 weeks, you're going to have a lot of fun against your opponents. Next on the list is going to be Christian Pulisic. Now I feel like this is going to be a card that's very slept on, purely because there's going to be other cards in the list that people might prefer. But 4-star skills, 5-star weave is a great start. Obviously the pace split is really nice as well. The finishing at 84 isn't even bad in itself. Good agility as well. Obviously he's as light as a paperweight. He's going to get pushed around very easily by pretty much anyone in the game. But he does have finesse, he does have rapid, which are two nice playstyles as well. For me, I'm going to put Pulisic in the B tier category. I still think he'll be a very usable card at the start of the game, especially with that finishing, because a lot of keepers will be a lot worse. But like I said, that strength is just a little bit low to keep him going to like maybe usable within a month and stuff like that. The next for me is going to be Benjamin Pavard. Now, this card actually looks quite good this year. Now, the pace for me is actually decent overall. The pace split's fine. Defending wise, he's really good defensively with the 86 defending and intercept as well. Now, Jockey Plus is one of my favourites from last year. I really did enjoy Jockey. It just helps you transition really well into sprinting with your centre backs, and especially if they're bigger, like 6'2" or above, it generally does help them massively. But for me, I'm going to put Pavard into the A tier category. He's definitely a good centre-back. I don't quite think he's going to be the top centre-back in the game. But as a starter centre-back, he's going to be one of the better ones out there. Next to me is going to be Neres. Now, with the 5-star skills, 3-star weight for you thinking it's a great start on the card. Obviously, he's got okay pace and okay dribbling as well, which is actually not bad. But the thing that lets him down massively is the fact he's got really low passing, really low shooting. So he's going to be a pure winger and winger only. If you do utilise that quick step as well, it can go together really nicely. Obviously, he has a few alternate positions as well, so you can pretty much play him where you want. But for me personally, I'm going to put Neres in the D tier, which again, like I've said before, it doesn't mean they're bad. It's still a very OP card. That's why I picked them out for this list. But in terms of compared to some of the other cards in this list, I don't quite think he's up there. Next up, we got Ksaba. Now, overall, looks like quite a nice, consistent centre back. Got 80 pace, 82 defending, 80 physical. Overall, looks quite consistent. Unfortunately, is a little bit unagile, and obviously, this acceleration to sprint speed ratio again isn't great on the card. But does have block, which could be good this year. I'm not too sure how good it will be overall. But I wish he had anticipate or intercept or something like that to make the card a little bit better. But unfortunately, I am going to put him into the C tier category. I still think he'll be a usable centre-back and a decent centre-back. But compared to some of the others on this list, I don't quite think he's up there. Next up is Theo Hernandez. Now, Bruiser Plus on him is going to be really nice, especially with 88 strength. As a fullback, that's absolutely insane. Got anticipate as well, which is going to be really good. Relentless as well. Quick step, rapid. Considering he's got 95 pace, is insane. A very good card. Honestly, going to be the best left back in the game. I don't even care. Maybe Roberto Carlos will contest him, but overall, with that anticipate, this card is going to be so stupidly good overall. So for me, I'm going to put him as an S tier card. I think that's no surprise to anyone. It's a very good and usable card overall, especially being 6 foot tall for a fullback. Next is Reindeers. Now, 4-star skills, 4-star weave was a great start. Incisive, tiki-taka, technical, power shot ball, really nice playstyles on the card. Overall, it's actually quite a nice, consistent card. Unfortunately, it's a little bit weak and obviously doesn't have the best of defending attributes with no playstyles as well. But with his pace, with his passing, with his dribbling, you can't really go wrong, especially there's not actually that many options in Serie A midfielders. But overall, he's definitely one of the more consistent ones. So for me, I'm going to put him as the B tier category. Being Dutch as well, you could definitely get some links to him to like Van Dijk or other leagues like Ake if he's a little bit too expensive, Van Dijk, sort of that. But overall, I do think he's a consistent card, and that is why he's going to the B for me. Next up to me is Di Lorenzo. Now, 83 pace is not great on the fullback to start with. I do kind of like 85 and above on him. Obviously, defensively as well, got 78 defending, which actually isn't that bad. He's got 80 interceptions, no defensive playstyles, which does quite annoy me massively. Obviously, got the 80 physical as well, so which, again, not too bad. overall for me, I'm a little bit disappointed. I feel like this card definitely could have been a lot better. I feel like if he had like 85 or 86 minutes, I feel like he used to have around that pace. He could actually be quite good, but for me, maybe harshly, I'm going to put him in D tier. He's going to be one of the better Serie A fullbacks, but overall, I just wish he had a little bit more pace, considering a lot of wingers this year have very, very high pace, so he's going to get burnt every single time. Next with me is Dybala. Now, before I get onto a nice little addition to the card, he's got first touch just like last year. He's got the finesse, he's got technical, got incisive. Overall, really nice card stats. Obviously, the pace split is nice. Shooting, again, is really nice. The passing, the dribbling is insane. Now, the dribbling hand in hand with the extra 5-star skills they give him this year is so nice. I'm really glad they've done that. It makes Dybala actually viable this year, which I do really quite like, and especially at the start of the game, he's going to be a very lucrative card to get your hands on, because he'll be very consistent overall, so obviously it's going to be an S tier card for me. Next up for me is going to be Nico Bella. Now, 3-star skills, 4-star weave was a great start to have. Obviously, great pace split, shooting is decent, passing, dribbling, defending, physical playstyles. This card is really good overall. Intercept and anticipate for a midfielder is perfect. Relentless plus is perfect. Press freedom is perfect. Same with ping. This is a very nice card overall. One of the best midfielders in the game, in my opinion. I don't quite think he's the best. I think maybe Patelas or maybe Bellingham, but that's up for debate. But this Barella is definitely the best in Serie A. He's going to be a very consistent card, and I would see a very slept on card because a lot of people don't really use Serie A cards. So for me, he's going to be obviously S tier card, and it's going to be a very good card to start the game. Next up for me is Laro Martinez. Now, he's had a nice upgrade on his rating from last year. Being the Serie A Golden Boot winner, I don't disagree with it at all. 4-star skills, 4-star weak for his nice. Got the finesse touch, which is going to be really good this year, hopefully. Got the power shot as well. Technical, relentless, all really good attributes. Now, the pace for me is what's really annoying me about this card. With being only 82, he's not really the fastest. Again, not the best passer. Obviously, he's going to be quite nice for that 89 agility and that shooting. Now, for me, maybe harshly, I feel like if I was to do this again, I'll put him S tier. But unfortunately, I have put him into the A tier category. Depending on how good that finesse plus is, it's depending on where I actually think he should go. But if that finesse plus is good, he is definitely an S tier card, and I made a little mistake there. Now, next up is Seria. Now, 3-star skills, 4-star weight for a big man like him. That is literally perfect. Pace split, again, is really nice for a big man. Shooting wise, again, not even that bad. Agility is actually okay for someone of his stature. Now, depending on how the big men play out this year, I feel like EA are going to nerf him to the ground after what happened last year. I feel like Seria is not going to be that amazing, especially since he's not got that great of agility. I am going to put him into the C tier category. If aerial meta is good again, this card is going to be really good at 6'4" with aerial as well. He's going to be absolute salmon and obviously very strong as well. But for me, I think C tier is a fair category for him. Next up for me is Loftus-Cheek. Now, on base stats, this card 4-star skills, 4-star weak, but overall, he's a very consistent card, very similar to Reindeers. But for me personally, the one thing that sells Reindeers over him is playstyles. Now, what we learned from last year is playstyles are very important, especially at the start of the game when cards aren't really as great. Playstyles are very effective. So to only have one playstyle is not really the best. But on terms of base stats, this card is very consistent, and I've got a very nice, well-rounded base to him. So for me, I'm going to put him in C tier. I don't quite think he's a D tier level card or even a B tier level card, but he's still a very nice card overall. Next on the list is going to be Lookman. Now, 4-star skills, 4-star weave was a good start. Obviously, technical and first touch, 2 really nice playstyles for an attacker. Now, if you look at his base card stats, you're not really going to think too much of it. But in-game, really nice pace split, really good finishing for his rating. Obviously, really good agility as well. There's not really too much to fault about this card. Obviously, a little bit low on the strength side of things and again with the composure. But for a card this cheap in-game, I feel like he's going to be incredibly good. So for me, I'm going to put him in the B tier category, which he's definitely outperforming his rating in terms of that because of how good the stats are in-game. But overall, I feel like if you were to give him 5-star skills, this card could definitely be one of the better cards of the game. Next up for me is Kvaratskhelia. Now, obviously, 5-star skills, 5-star weave is a great start. Technical, incisive, and finesse are perfect on this card. And obviously, Trivella is good at the start of the game. That's going to be really nice as well. Pace is not really amazing, but the pace is decent, the shooting is decent. It's a very consistent card overall. It's nothing really stand out about him, but if you are going to play him as a cam, I think that's literally perfect for him. Obviously, a decent height as well. For me, Kvaratskhelia is going to be an S tier card. I don't even think I need to say that. 5-star skills, 5-star weave alone is near enough putting a card in S tier, but overall, the stats as well make him just as good as he is. Next for me on this is going to be Baston. Now, this card for me really does intrigue me. Now, Pace Splitter for me isn't great at all. I do wish he had 75-75 and that would be amazing. Defensively, it's absolutely unreal. Physicality-wise, again, not too bad in itself. But the one thing I actually think is really nice about the card, if you look at the 5 playstyles that you got, that is literally perfect for a centre-back. If you change Intercept Plus to Anticipate, that is generally the perfect lineup of 5 playstyles for a centre-back. But I can't really complain too much. Intercept is still really nice on him. So for that, I end up putting him in S tier. I just wish that Pace Splitter was a little bit better and the card could honestly be competing with some like the Van Dijks and Salibas. Next up for me is going to be Bassa. Now, 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot is not a great start of the card. Obviously, really good pace split. Passing is decent, dribbling is decent, defensively is not actually that bad. Now, playstyle wise, it only has 3, but 3 very, very important ones for a midfielder. Incisive to slot them through, tiki-taka to play between them, and technical, obviously, with his really high agility as well. That is really, really nice to have. But overall, if I was to compare him and Reindeers, I think Reindeers would just edge it because of playstyles, but both of them, if you have them together, it's really, really nice. So for me, I end up putting them into B tier category along with Reindeers. Next list is going to be Tomori. Now, 4-star Weaver is a perfect start for this card. Obviously, insanely fast. Pace split is fine. Defensively is really good as well, especially with that Anticipate. I don't know if he had that last year, but this year he's got Anticipate, which is really nice. Long ball as well as good, and depending on how good block is, that could again be really good. But in terms of that pace, defending and that physical, he is very, very good. And when you have that Anticipate on top of it, you can't argue with this card. Obviously, it's going to be an S tier card. He's going to be one of the best centre backs in the game. And obviously, with the English links being Seria as well, you could definitely got a lot of hybrids going. So that's going to be a really nice attribute about him. Next up for me is going to be Dilo. Now, obviously, pace split itself isn't amazing on the card. Obviously, defensively is actually quite nice, because then he's only 82 rated to have 84 defending with Anticipate is really, really nice on the card. But defensively, he's good. Physicality-wise, again, not bad. I just wish that pace was a little bit better and I could put him into a higher category. But as it says overall, I do actually think he's going to be quite a usable centre-back at the start. I feel like a lot of people are going to underrate him because he's Serie A and not looks like he's got amazing pace. But with the Anticipate, with the actual defensive ability himself, he'll be really, really good. So for me, I'm going to put him into the C tier category personally. Last but not least for me is going to be Brehm. Now, obviously, he's got 2-star, which is not a great start, but he's very, very similar to Militao in terms of the fact he's got intercept as well, aerial as well, very, very fast, very good defensively, very good physicality-wise. I just wish he had either the weak foot or the Anticipate. That would make him even better, but overall, Brehm is going to be a very, very good centre-back this year. A very nice upgrade for him, but like I said, if you had them 2 upgrades, this would be a really nice card. But pace split is good, defensively is good, strength is very, very good. He's very, very strong, especially with that bruiser. So for me, Brehm is obviously going to be an S tier card. I don't even think I need to declare that. But that's all for my video. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally does mean a lot to my channel. I think like 98% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you can, that would mean a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.